around them motherfuckers. And you keep getting fucked over every time you hang around that motherfucker though. Don't let yourself go again. But you keep going back to that motherfucker though. That ain't your nigga, homie. I promise you that. Don't ever get low again. Stay for a while, stay with us, yeah. Stay for a while, stay with I used to tell myself to never ever let myself go again. Even if it comes to losing some friends. Free receiving individuals every time that they need your demands. That's my new abbreviation for friends. But in the end though, you gotta let relationships die and let them in slow. But we were supposed to touch it together and get the benzos.
Reallyfe 3 stars, man. We in here with Doe Cigapom, man. What's good?
I'm good, man. How y'all doing?
Man, welcome to the motherfucking couch, man. We definitely appreciate, man. Before we even get into the where you're from and how you got into music, man, tell us the name origin, man.
Doe Cigapom is an acronym. Stands for Deliver on Emotions. Can I get a peace of mind? I guess people thought I took it from me being from D.C. or, you know, the whole D.C. for Doe Cigapom, but nah, I just broke it down from an acronym, man. And
he would have some deep shit like that to say.
Stuck to it.
That nigga,
it's kind of like my album, Ugly, for You Gotta Love Yourself, that I just dropped. So, you know, I love acronyms, though. I really do.
Yeah, you definitely do. And Friends is wonderful. We're going to get into that because I know Doe Cigapom, man. Let me tell my story, man. I met Doe Cigapom through Conscious Connect, you know what I'm saying? And one of the first things that I seen, his performance just stood way out. And from there, you know, I've always, you know, followed him and things like that. So before we get into all of that, tell them where you from, because you do have a rich background. So tell them where you from, man.
Yeah, I'm from Washington, D.C.
Yeah. Are you a Redskins fan?
Huh?
Are you a Redskins fan?
I mean, my mother's from the homeland.
See, God.
You know what I'm saying?
What's the chances this season, though?
My mother's from this homeland, but we are not called that.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
Real tough.
Yeah, but nah, I haven't watched football in like 6 years, man. So
man, even more real.
Yeah, I just can't do it.
Full Kaepernick.
Yeah, I can't do it, man. You know, shout out to the people that still love it. However, I love the sport, but not for me. But I still wear my jerseys.
Now, I remember chopping it up with you about DC's history. You know what I'm saying? Just the go-go music, you know, I think you even said that influenced you on how you perform and, like, you know, just being able to perform real well. Give us a history of the DC music scene and why, you know, you think it's so live, you know.
It is. We play a cultural music of our city called go-go.
Yeah.
Which has a Latin percussion, African percussion, I guess you would call the motherlands, with a lot of drums, jazz, blues in it. But we add the streets and the stuff for the younger demographic to get a hold of it. But it's all live instrumentation. You know, and it helps. I love it. I guess also by me being part Dominican from my dad's side, you know what I'm saying? It just, them drums, man, I love it.
Yeah, definitely. If y'all haven't seen any go-go music, man, y'all pause this right now, go to YouTube, see what he talking about, and come back and you have an understanding, goddamn it.
Yeah.
And coming from D.C., transitioning to Texas, tell us how was that transition musically for you and just getting out here, you know?
The transition was fine. I had to adapt to, which I do love. There's the economy here.
Yeah,
it's cheaper. Even the parts that is a little more expensive. Even me and my wife was like, oh, we did that times 2 back home. You know, so I say this with the very utmost respect for the fact that I love the city. It took me in as if like I'm just a little brother, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But also a big brother.
Real talk.
But the transition musically here was different. I saw that there used to be a real big culture here of music. And something came here and you know, it took it away.
When you say it used to be a big culture, what era are you talking about? Because there's always different eras.
I'm really talking about 90s and even in some of the 2000s from your Paul Walls and you know what I'm saying? But just the whole Houston, the Dallas thing. A lot of Dallas had the dance music, what was going on. But
like I said, it was. I'm not saying the people from Cali that came and took the Dougie took that culture, but no, it's just someone that just wasn't from here took the culture away.
Yeah.
And it seems like I noticed that when I first moved here, Dallas is trying to recreate their culture, but I see a lot of people that's willing to adapt with whatever comes from outside of the culture. And me being from where I'm from, I want to give you my culture, but I want to learn yours too. You know what I'm saying? And that's just what I saw from it. I love it though, but you got some young brothers out here now that like even in the hip hop, but hip hop trap, like they killing it out here. You know what I mean? So
definitely.
I love it.
And for those that are new to your music, that are after this interview going to go check you out, go and tell them just what kind of music you put out and some of the projects you've already kind of put out coming up to this point.
Well, last week on May 22nd, I just dropped my EP, Ugly EP.
Where can we find that, man? Because look, I'm a Spotify nigga, man. I didn't see it on Spotify. I was a little bit upset.
Yeah. Like, the next projects that I am gonna have, like it's gonna be applicable everywhere. It's gonna be reachable everywhere, bro. You know what I mean? But you can just get it from my website, doecigapom.com, or you can go to doecigapom.bandcamp.com. And then after, like I said, these new projects that are coming, because I have 3 more already ready. I'm going to put those on all of the other media outlets. So, yeah, man, I see, because a lot of people, I got a messed up call one day from my uncle saying, man, hey, nephew, man, you missing a couple thousands, man. I saw you on Spotify, I saw you on iTunes, and then I'm sitting there like, yeah, so I got a lot of songs out there that I've done in 2008, and yeah, man.
Yeah, they got you on a bunch of different projects.
Yeah, I think you told me that too one time when we was out Cali.
Yeah, man. So one of the, I seen you in Pipeline, LA. That's where we, got to really kick it and
shout out to my Pipeline brothers.
Yeah, shout out to Dirt, shout out to Treetop. And it was one particular song called I don't know if it's called Friends, but
Stay
for they had the little singing.
Stay.
You had a throwed acronym for Friends, free receiving individuals every time they need your demands.
Yeah.
Yeah, the song is so so deep. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Explain that. Like
Stay. Stay was about one of my family members that I love dearly. He's a great artist. Love him dearly though. But it wasn't just about him. What situation happened between me and him, which ignited that song. I also had an issue where I helped a brother out here. You know what I mean? Not so much I was God to the person, but I helped him. And he's from where I'm from, but our communication just disconnected because I'm very, Jeff will tell you, man, I'm a very open spoken person. You know what I mean? If it offends you, I apologize. But if you are so offended by what you know you're doing is wrong, then you are the issue. But it ignited that song. But it was just about the fact of not being afraid to lose people. It just period. Knowing what a friend is, and it was just crazy as me being home, writing that. And like I said, I don't sit and really think. I really just come from my heart, man. Whether I'm in the street or I'm talking about political, I'm talking about my home or what happened to me as a kid or whatever. And that whole free receiving individuals every time that they need your demands. That's my new abbreviation for friends. Like, it was like it just related to me.
Yeah.
In so many different ways.
And I saw it resonate with the crowd. Like you could see people going down.
Yeah.
I feel that.
Yeah, and it's okay. It's okay to really call a person, or I reached out to basically he's a cousin, but he's also like a brother to me. You know what I mean? Just say, hey, communication's cut off between us, bro, but I still love you. You know what I'm saying? Overall, though, I'm not gonna say this to you, but I will. But if it even leads to us not being around or speaking anymore, then so be it. You know what I mean? But at the end of the day, I hope what we had together and all of that friendship, brotherhood, sisterhood, whatever, stay for a while. Hope that resonates with you. Otherwise than that,
yeah,
you know, if you only calling me when you have a demand,
yeah, that ain't
you just a friend. And I don't have friends. I got family.
right. And
So,
that was the ending message, which was dope.
Man, now when I come up with an acronym for family, you know I have one, and I probably already have one.
Yeah. And let me ask you this. What number one? Where is that song? Because I definitely that's on. I mean, what album is that on?
Like I said, I have 3 more projects.
Oh, so it's just you just let that one out.
This like for real now, like this motherfucker is like the Black Matlock or something, like, cause he asks the questions to know exactly what the hell to get out. He do it every time to me though. He does it every time to me though. I'm trying to tell you. I already knew what it was. Like, you performing that song tonight, bro? I mean, we out in LA, so I mean, you know what I'm saying? Do you have that on MP3? Like, and I already know it's gonna be. Nah, I don't have it yet. Like, cause can you email that to me? But that's how slick he is though. But nah, I have 3 other projects, man. That's coming on. I don't know if that's gonna be on the EP or the album, but I have 3 other projects coming. Well, I have 3 projects ready. I'm working on Locky 2, and I have a project that I'm working with a guy from Oakland, California. Yeah. And then it's a dude out here named c.i.g.a.p.o.m. I'm supposed to be working with too.
c.i.g.a.p.o.m, a dope producer.
Yeah, so he from Dallas, like, yeah. So East Coast brother mixing with some Southern brothers, and don't expect what you think it is just because of the coastal announcements. Don't think of it. It's totally different.
Now it was another track you sent. This was something new that you sent, or maybe not you, but your team. But it was a song. I think it was 2023, and you basically said you got to be ready for the new world order. And it got me because I was like, damn, that brother. You know, your music always gets me because I always either learn something about it or I always know that you're on something, almost like a conspiracy theorist, where it's like you're woke, like you know what the fuck is going on. You know what I'm saying? And I was gonna ask you about like, where does that come from? I've never seen somebody put together political, spiritual, and just things and put it into a song and make just great music with it. Where does that come from?
I mean, I guess that is a thing or a theory or a thesis, hypothesis, I guess I can have to talk about all night. I guess that song for me was kind of like, you know, in the beginning, God created, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But it was more, you know, because I don't think a lot of people really understand the Matrix is real. TV is real, but it's so fake. They've been trying to tell y'all that they're going to start killing us since the New World Order movie came out in the late 70s. Like, it's so much stuff that I was even getting into, but I took that whole song, I do remember writing it as an ancestor telling me, like, hey, did you know that the language that we speaking is not true? Like, English is not really a real language. Did you know the math and the science and all of that we're learning are what we taught them first?
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? In the Dark Ages.
Yeah.
So people get the Dark Ages, you know, real confused. The Dark Ages was about us and civilizing people that didn't know what the hell they're doing with themselves now. Case in point, what you see them running in office now, they don't know what they're doing with themselves. So, but you know, I wrote it in that point, but also the spiritual aspect, because you know, a part of me believe that I come from that God. I am a piece of it.
Exactly.
So, and I'm not afraid to say that, you know what I mean? But I know what God is.
Exactly.
She's beautiful. You know what I mean?
It's crazy because you know, you have a mindset that is, you know what the generation will call now woke. You know, like, man, he's woke. The music today, as far as what I mean, I guess the term they put out there was mumble rap, but it's really just the younger generation taking music of more of a feeling than actually what you're saying. It was a big debate about that a couple years ago, but now it's becoming like it's almost here to stay. So people are becoming more accepting of it. What are your thoughts as far as the music today, the younger artists, let's say 25 and below, kind of what they're gravitating towards of a mood music compared to listening and getting that cultural?
I love that type of music, mood music.
Yeah.
I mean, if you listen to a lot, I put moods in my music. You know, whether I'm talking about the street, surviving death, or being homeless, or cooking crack at 6 years old. Like I survived a lot.
Yeah.
So I have moods in mind. I like going to the club. I grew up in the street, so I know what it's like to really count 20 and 30,000 in my hand. You know what I mean? And going out and being young and dumb with it. So
Yeah.
I have those moods. You know what I mean? The flexing on people and all that, but I'm not even saying I want to say I'm woke or conscious or anything. I'm just aware of my true feeling.
Real talk.
And I'm not afraid to announce it. I don't disregard the young brothers or disrespect them that make the music that they make. I just know that they don't know that all of that, even the mood and the waves, the sound waves, phonetically, sonically, is all a science. It's all a science to make them to create that type of music. You got to understand, when NWA even came out, they was probably the only raw people besides, no disrespect, c.i.g.a.p.o.m was probably one of the people I heard from the late 80s rapping that real rap gangsta East Coast, like considered to the West Coast. But when NWA came out, then you got all of these, you know, Mac 10s and Tech 9s and you know, real gangsters and MC8s, and you see what I'm saying?
Yeah,
so it started to
Cultivate,
become a culture, but they also made a science behind it. So when they realized that the people that can rap the street, but also like me, I can do the trap, but I can do the hip hop, but then I can do the cultural, the conscious, that's a dangerous thing. So they want to find a way to shut all that conscious shit out and all that cultural shit out. And look, man, how can we make these kids brain slushies?
Real talk.
You know what I'm saying?
Real
And
talk.
yeah, they find a way to still make it out and get rich. And I'm proud of all of these brothers, but they still not careful with the energy that they putting out through that science, man.
True, yeah, no, they're not careful. I don't think they mean to be careful.
Yeah.
And you said you have, of course, 3 more projects that you got planned that's already set to come out. Tell me, as far as you're going to put those out this year, or do you got a rollout plan for that? And what impact you want, you know, those albums to have on the culture?
I don't know. Right now, I'm just following the path that God is gonna let me.
Yeah.
You know, I don't have a team. It's just me and my wife.
Real talk.
So everything you see from promotion is the extra vertebrae that I don't have.
Yeah.
That's not me. That is my only one person team that I have is doing everything for me. Until I get a team that's until I get a team that's really willing to sacrifice and go all the way out, because I'm not tripping off being a millionaire. You know what I'm saying? I'm really not. If I can have a team where it's 55 million, it's 10 people, and everybody right now is at least gonna get 5 mil, like I'm cool with that. I'm not tripping off of that.
I don't peep that from you know what I'm saying? I think it's deeper than that.
Yeah, it's deeper than the whole money situation. I'm trying to feed people and just offer stability, and that's it, man. But yeah, that's it. But I got three, and I'm gonna say September.
September.
Around my birthday. So like another 3 months. And then hopefully like probably February the album.
Hey.
I mean, look, like I told Jeff before, like, look, Lawkey from, man, I sold so many copies here, hand in hand at shows. If I was doing album sales by my projects, I would just have a Texan. You know, I'm gonna keep it 100. You know what I'm saying? Like, Texas has showed me, like, from San Antonio to Denton to, man, Houston, like, this all over me. You know what I mean? But Lawkey was great. It was a great gift for me. I did the tours, but Lawkey 2 is going to blow that shit out the window, man.
Yeah.
Man.
Oh yeah.
Now I know you know, you are Dominican. You got some Dominican in you. I've seen you speak fluent ass Spanish, which threw me completely off. You know what I'm saying? 'Cause you know Dominicans
was at the start at the end.
Yeah.
But like, but see, that's the thing I think with people is I didn't find that out until I was like 10 years old.
Oh, okay.
Now eating the foods I remember.
Right.
But my great grandmother was born in 1910 and came over here and was made into a slave. Mind you, whatever you was taught in school was taught that slavery was abolished in the late 1800s. But she was born in 1910, and I don't think she was stripped of her culture, but she was forced to just face another culture, which is the no disrespect, which is the Christianity. Yeah. And that took her away from everything, but her spirituality never changed. The stuff that she believed in, her spirit, her outside of what church can't explain. Yeah. Yeah, man.
So is it safe to say that you speak for both the black and Latino?
But we are.
Yeah. So I'm
you know
just
what I'm saying? And I'm not just talking about skin color. We make pollo frito, which is fried chicken.
Yeah.
But see, that's what I'm saying. In school, they only teach you that Spanish comes from Europe, but it was completely in Africa way before Europe.
Right. Man,
you know what I'm saying? If you look at the history of us, we're indigenous people too, right?
Right.
But look at the bloodline of the Indians. What's the name of them?
Right.
Or what
they say
white people call us as Indians.
Right.
But indigenous or homeland owners, as I call them.
Right.
Yeah, we all come from the same people. You got to remember too, it was a part of Mississippi way back in the early 1700s where they was confused with the dark natives and the light natives, and they killed the dark ones. So when you see those light-skinned pictures and the pretty chink eyes, you never seen a dark-skinned person with chink eyes and pretty hair and not know them, but you're taught in school that person's just black. Right. But that goes to show the science and how strong it is for them to show, because how many people walking around here talking about they're African-American like you was really born after 2 continents that was colonized after white people? Think about it. Exactly. Just think about that. And it's not disrespecting nobody. I'll stand strong with it. I'll fight anybody with that one. Right. I don't have a problem with that. Like, we're not African-American. We're melanated and we're beautiful, but stop letting these white people tell you what the fuck you are, man. Right.
And see, this is why I like you, because that's the type of shit that be coming out in your music. That reminds me of another song that you performed. Some in this country. You know what song I'm talking about?
All my real niggas ain't in this country. Fake niggas get paid in this country. Oh yeah.
Yeah. Now that's
out.
What's the name of that song?
That's called Country. That's on the One Umbrella project on iTunes. One Umbrella.
That nigga said you got to buy my shit. You can't strip.
Yeah. Or it's Elu is my producer that's producing these next 2 projects. My brother Alim Bilal, a.k.a. a.sesay. Right. He produced everything on there and got different artists from Uptown XO to Priest to me to him, because he's nasty with the flow too. Right. But yeah, Country, that was.
You were saying some just bro, like you talking now. You were spitting some of that knowledge on there too. Bro.
Mind you, that's like trappish.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? And I never even that type of flow, I never rapped it that way. And I noticed it because I remember the time that I really started doing the trap music here. That's when I know I said, okay. But I'm never gonna stick to my I'm never gonna get away from the content that I wanna do. And I think that's what people really got with the damn, I forgot how it go.
Something in this country.
I'm standing with all of my truth if you say fuck the government, because the patriotic dummies, they be loving it. Because the way they get the falsified information, man, it's the reason why they really act the dumbest shit. The news reporters still didn't get it just to cover it. Because on the other side, where the mothers died, mothers cried, and the body bags couldn't really cover it because the body leaking in, they hit them with a double clip. My nigga, what the fuck is this? I guess it's a change. We started out with boats and chains. Youngers is rapping and trapping. The first day they get in that money, they buying them chains. Damn, it's a shame. Everybody cooking cane. I did it at 6 because my papa told me this. The nigga forcing me to do it can glorify. It's too much pain. They tell me when it rains that it really pours. I had no umbrella. See, Rihanna couldn't send me, but they always try to tell me that the word is yours while the cocaine leaking out of nigga pores. In the classroom, teacher grabbed my backpack, smelling it, and then she tried to ask me, was it really yours? I tell her that the devil is my father, and I wouldn't even bother if you really try to make it yours. She gave me one look. I gave her one back. She gave me a look. I grabbed her backpack. And yes, I do know that it's smelling like crack, because my papa was cooking, and that was the fact. Nigga had to make a way in this country. I make it out of one piece like a onesie. If you want a good look, you can come see. All the killers, niggas, and the junkies, they smelling like piss and the stench is too funky. If you look at our waves, these are the boat waves of our ancestors of our country. The melanin makes these whiteys never love me.
Retard, bro. I remember everybody had like they were looking like, oh my God. Bro,
yeah.
They were looking like, what the fuck?
Yeah. But see, that's what I'm saying. Even with that, I never rapped like that.
Yeah.
I never.
But the substance is always there, man. And that's the one thing that I always respect about your music. Is
Thank you.
It's always there, man. And, you know, like I said, is there any, like, books or, like, somebody, you know, people can be lost. You know, they might want to acquire this type of information. Like, what do you do? Or what are some of the things that you do or read that help you stay, sharp like this?
I would never want to come off like the asshole that said that we had a choice to be in shackles.
Oh yeah.
But I haven't. I skim through things, or if it's certain topics, I read. But to really say now, I even have books. Now I have books where I've like made 1 or 3 or 4 or 5 chapters in there. But overall, in the past years, I don't read.
Yeah, no, definitely.
I don't read. Because majority of the books don't come from us. But it's crazy. Like I really do. I go off of spirit. So even when you heard about the country, like it sounds so relevant, but I was just writing what I've already witnessed. You know what I mean? Like, so I witnessed a lot for me to keep putting out these projects too. And it's not, like I said, I mean, I promise the people that want to see just the street side of me, they going to get a trap project, you know what I mean? But the content ain't going to change too much. You know what I mean? So, it's I don't know. I just know how to be me, man. And I try to accept everything around me, and even the stuff that I don't like. Because it's some whack-ass artists out here.
Right.
It is. Here, too, you know what I mean? And they be getting, not the ones that are known, but I'm just saying it's just a rack of whack-ass artists. And some of y'all need to tell y'all brothers next to them, like, bro, you whack.
Yeah, too many yes men.
And see, that's another thing when I notice here. And it's back home in DC too. Everybody's doing this old trapping thing or drill music, whatever the hell they call it. But
yeah,
I have one vice that I may have say. I like clothes, and every now and then you may have the same shirt somebody has on. But I love shoes, so I have a lot of shoes that a lot of people have, and I have a lot of shoes that a lot of people don't have.
Real talk.
But do you really want to, in the hip hop metaphor, do you really want to be in a room with the same fucking outfit that a million niggas have?
Exactly.
And my question is, why is everybody still wearing the same fucking outfit?
That's a great analogy.
Musically, bro. When I say hip hop and even trap-ish hip hop, there's some dope brothers out here. I just met a new brother out here. I forgot. He's a bald head guy from Oak Cliff. Got a nose ring. I forgot his name, man. But the brother, I think he's like on a Dallas Outcast type shit. But the lyricism is so East Coast. Seriously, the 1993 Heroes guys out here, they're dope. Yeah. Them brothers is dope. My Pipeline brother, Treetop, like stop it. Yeah. He's from here. Like I watched him. I used to tell you like I don't like that, bro. Yeah, all right, bro. But he'll come back. Remember me? You talked about that as soon as I got off the plane with you, bro. Like, and just to watch his growth, it's crazy, bro. Like, so that's what I'm saying. Like, it's here, bro, and the market is here. The market is here, but I think people are scared to tap into it.
Yeah, definitely, man. They just if you bend the right corner out here, man, you can find some of the dopest artists, man. Yeah. That's real, man. As far as those who want to get at you, work with you, get your music, go ahead and lace down as far as your social medias and also how to find your music.
If you definitely want to get at me, you can reach me at basically Snapchat. Well, not even Snapchat, excuse me. More so Facebook, Instagram, at Doe Cigapom, Doe Cigapom. You can reach me personally through music outlets. It's through, like I said, doecigapom.bandcamp.com, or you can go to www.doecigapom.com and pick up Lockie, Cage Birds, Culture Shock, and the new Ugly EP. And like I said, the new music that I will be putting out from now on will be on all musical outlets, so it can be, accessible to. Yeah, so it can be accessible. You know what, though? I'm like I said, I'm just one of those.
That nigga old school, man. That nigga pull up pop trunk.
Yeah, I would.
Yeah, I know.
Because I sold more albums hand in hand than digital, but I've sold a lot digital. Like my first week of Lockie was crazy. Me and my wife looked at each other like, stop it. Yeah. Like, for real. Nah, for real. Lockie still has beat everything.
That's hard.
Still, I will say that. Yeah.
That's real talk.
And if you want to, I guess, for features, or you want to talk to me, you can definitely reach me at my doecigapom.info@gmail.com if you want to talk about any inquiries of verses or work shows, things like that.
Bro, we definitely gonna have that information below. Go ahead and get some shout outs, man, if you don't mind.
My wife,
Man, for real.
my family.
Ride or die.
Yeah, my family. I don't, like I said, I would love to take y'all home and so y'all can see how big my family is. That's what I'm saying. If I get here and start calling out cousins, y'all don't even got enough electricity and these light bulbs to represent that. Like, not seriously, my wife would tell you, it's overwhelming.
That's real.
It's overwhelming. Y'all like, know this back? I love the side, but y'all cookouts ain't like mine's back home, bro. Like,
man,
it's very overwhelming, bro.
I ain't been to a good one out here, man.
Matter of fact, Jeff, are we supposed to be going to my home for the next pipeline? Are you?
I think so. DC.
Okay,
DC's
well then,
yeah.
I
look forward to that one.
If we do, because
tell them to have a cookout ready.
Yeah, we had that official seafood for you.
Oh yeah,
you know what I'm saying? Yeah. Outside of the crawfish world, we got that seafood for real.
I want to hit the go-go. I want to hit all of that.
Yeah, no, we can take you there. I definitely take you there. But I used to play go-go. I played go-go since I was 12 years old. So I play drums and I don't know if you remember the time I was in with the go-go band that was here practicing one time, and I used to have the drum. Yeah, man. So
it's even doper, man.
Yeah, man. I play instruments, man. So it's not just music and writing and singing. Yeah, I play instruments. That's where it started.
That's where it starts.
Yeah. Well, first it started scratching my uncle's records up and getting my ass whooped,
but it got to start somewhere.
Yeah. Thanks to Spinderella ass.
No pain, no gain, man. Nah, definitely, man. We definitely appreciate you coming through, blessing the couch, man. I mean, like I said, we need just music diversity is good, and it's just healthy. And just what you bring outside of just what everything else is, man, it's just definitely something that's needed. Definitely something that, for the fans who are new fans starting today, make sure you check it out. Make sure you get the Ugly EP, just came out. And fuck with this, man. Doe in the building, man. Reallyfe 3 stars, man. Let's do it.
Thank y'all so much, man. I appreciate everybody.
All love, all love.
Y'all be blessed, man.
Shout out Reallyfe 3 stars, nigga. Move it. Hey.